Hello and welcome to US Tzu Chi 360. I'm your host, Dilbar Shatterson. When a loved one faces a severe illness, a close family member will often decide to provide personal care. While the caregiver takes care of their loved one, who takes care of their caregiver? I have the pleasure of being joined today by Margaret Brower, and she's going to help us shed some light on walking in those shoes. Margaret, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
So let's talk about your experience in social work. Now, what populations did you focus on, and what were some of your specific goals in servicing them?
I worked with the homebound elderly and to make sure that they were safe in their environment while we provided services. And I worked in nursing homes to care for both the patient and the caregivers who had reached that point in their caregiving where they felt that they had to place their loved one. And that was often a crisis situation both for the patient and for the caregivers.
And what would you say are some of the biggest benefits, but also the downsides of being the caregiver for a patient whose illness is so demanding?
Well, the benefits are that for the patient themselves, that they are being cared for by their loved one, and the loved one, that's what they want to do. They want to be there and be able to provide all this care. And so I think it's a very good and healthy thing to do. But unfortunately, there are not a lot of services for the caregiver. And as the illness of the person gets worse, the caregiver continues to give and doesn't know where to draw the line, and is often becomes more ill almost than the patient themselves, not realizing it, not realizing the care that they need. And the stress on the caregiver becomes enormous as they don't know how to let go or seek the help that they need.
And on that note, let's actually go to Nanshen Wang and his wife, Hui Mei-jun, in Houston, Texas, as she helps him with the ins and outs of his daily routine.
起来吼，我来。边去咯，做夹呢，哈，一步一步。
Honestly, at that time, I didn't understand what Parkinson's disease was. It's a chronic disease, though we didn't realize it in the beginning stages. We only knew that his writing gradually became smaller.
哦，头挺起来，头挺起来，哎，今天很好很好，头都有看哦，哦。
小时候，游泳都是爸爸教。
When we were young, our father taught us how to swim and play ping pong. I think because this illness left him unable to move easily, it's been a huge setback for him.
没有办法行动自如的时候，对他来讲是打击比较大一点。
好，你把这里哈。classmate， Thank you。今天带师兄来这个运动哈，因为他 balance 不大好，所以手脚都要增强。Hi, good morning。
做运动咯，准备好了没？
We're in fall prevention. And let's start with a little warm up. Let's do a march. You can be seated or standing. Slice those arms. My name is Anna Keniston. I'm a personal trainer and aquatic instructor at the Bradshaw Fitness Center The Wongs came here, I think, a little over 3 years ago, and his balance at first was very wobbly. They would help him to stand, and if somebody would let go, he would either fall back, fall forward, to the side. Now he can stand by himself. He can stand without falling over, and the obstacle course has helped him tremendously.
这个在水中不大会累，比在陆地好。它在这里它可以动，怎么动都可以哈。来，inside，来，快这边来。
She's awesome. She's definitely probably the rock of their family. She's here every time, and either one or both daughters are here.
有时候累了，他就不跳，我就说不跳了，你在这里薄边，在那里薄边。
If you have an encouraging family, if the family is behind them, they'll do great.
你看，39岁到现在已经30几年了，他是到过去的
From age 39 till now, it's been 30 years. It was only up until the past 10 to 15 years that his movement became inhibited. This change happened very slowly, so I believe the effect on him gradually increased. Ultimately, it caused him to be grumpy and question the purpose of his existence.
所存在的意义，他会有所质疑。
Houston 本来就相当的热啦，这个太阳太热了，你看都晒到黄色了。早上打果菜汁的时候，就用这个自己种的 organic 的，差不多20几年我都早上都打果菜汁，有在家的人都每一个人1杯。
因为妈妈是时时刻刻在照顾，其实我妈妈很难。
Mom takes care of Dad all the time. Actually, she's tired, but you know, at night, my dad sometimes wakes up 2 to 3 times and his diaper needs to be changed. Sometimes he wets the entire bed. My mom always has to clean it up in the middle of the night, so it requires a lot of patience.
我觉得这是要很大耐心的。
因为我爸爸其实是个很好的病人。
My dad is a very good patient. Whatever you give him, he eats. Because he moves slower, we have to have patience. He slowly accepted this. And my mom, sister, and I try as much as we can to take care of him.
跟姐姐尽量在照顾他，照顾得很好。
He grins and bears it. And I think this is the reality of having this illness for so many years. There's nothing that we can do about it.
你好，我是3年的嘞，我是果汁。刚刚说要3礼拜吃药，你2礼拜吃了，3点半哦，还有硬要熬半个小时。
我想有，因为有
I was away from Houston. After I graduated, I went to Taiwan and to other states, so once I returned, his illness was already more serious. I decided I should come back and try to pay my respects to my parents, so I moved back to Houston.
搬回到 Houston 来。
这个我猜就是变况，是不是？现在的变况，要 question mark 现在变况， 我们是真的有时候听不懂，用猜的。我都已经这么多年了哈，也不是埋怨啦，真的，我像现在这样，我做得很不舒服，我没有办法这样做挺久的，你知道吗？好啦好啦。
小时候就是他们照顾我们长
When we
大。
were little, they took care of us until we got older. Now it's our turn, so I feel happy to do it.
什么东西，
When I see him smile, I will be very happy.
我都会很开心。嗯，
那要陪伴阿公一辈子吗？
有，到现在老了更要陪伴啦。
Since Wei Mei is there every step of the way for her husband, Margaret, I want to go back to your experience as a caregiver. Now, under what circumstances did you become one, and what was that journey like for you?
When my mother became 80, she was no longer able to live alone, and I moved her in, and I became her primary caretaker. I took care of her until she was 90, and it was a very difficult time.
And what was one of the biggest discoveries you made in being your mom's caretaker?
Well, one of the biggest discoveries was when I became a social worker and I started working with patients and their families. I really could empathize with the struggle that they had, the struggle to place them, the crisis that they were in at that point, because that's not what they wanted to do, and also empathize with the fact that they probably had already done much more than they should have done, that they had probably stretched themselves way too thin in the caretaking.
Well, let's actually go back and take a look at what Wei Mei Jin is learning through her volunteer work with Tzu Chi.
你有没有看到那时候你 party 的时候，哦，我们帮你录了。
She say, with all the charity work we do, there is nobody to record these moments. She say, I will help you. When I heard this, I was very moved.
记下来，我真的很感恩。都进去哈，才会快哦。他是刚中。
There is softness in her heart of steel. She seems tough, but she cares about the details.
In Tzu Chi, everyone respects her and calls her grandma. Even at her old age, she learned how to use a computer and edit videos. She is really admirable.
新手啊，我没有你们那么棒啊，所以我要差不多整个下午都在剪。回来的时候我download以后，download的时候我就跑去看电视啊，啊回来以后再慢慢剪，啊剪的时候又不能看电视呢。 会分心，等到我做了一片以后，我可以一面看电视一面看它好不好。我那时候就可以这样子做，一上大台很高兴呢。这样的话就是这样，我把它to split， 然后这一片不要，它都晚上播，6点7点才播。那时候也差不多在煮饭。
I watch Daai TV every day. When I see it air, I told her she's so happy.
梁文堂就打电话，曾师姐出来呀，出来，来不及呀。他都会讲成功了。
She will say, "What a success! I feel accomplished." Look at how she takes care of her husband all these years. She often tells me she takes care of her husband to the point that her temper turns bad.
这样做到他脾气就不好。他的这个病已经34年。刚开始的时候哈， 哦，以10年没巴着，他还会做工，还会 work。再过10年的时候，他就不能上班，所以那10年我就比较急。他刚刚来美国的时候没有 Medicare 那些的，他1个月他的 Parkinson 的药要500块，500块哦。那我们哪里有这么多钱？我这个家庭要怎样？我要上班，我要挺起来。我一直想要工作，这3个女儿都没有花我的钱，都完成学业，就这样认真的撑过来了。啊，这个呢，左手指头的指，啊，这个我是不是爱真欢？你要讲手嘛吼？用这样猜，有时候吼猜不了的时候，我用这什么方法呢？猜一个是不是？不是。是不是？不是。再来是不是？不是。我不要猜啦。我说好，放下，等一下我再来猜。现在不猜啦，因为不能再猜，一猜的话会越来越生气，因为猜不出来了。啊？你写几位？哈？迄有当时气起来的时候，面筋起起来安尼翕会去翕到伊了。那就是等于他认为说我在打他，对不对？我面筋啊，不打不会痛，但是就面筋这样，你哪安尼，你哪安尼，有过，是安尼我爱，我家己念，我不是说这样有心的要刺激他。
你也看到他先生。
Seeing her husband in this situation needing help with everything, she decided to volunteer at Tzu Chi in the morning so she can take a break.
他会很受不了。
我是郑阿嬷，你是王师姐。王阿嬷你好。
妈妈小时候我记得是非常凶的。
When I was young, I remember my mom was very scary. In our household, mom was strict and dad was compassionate, so we would get scared when mom got mad. We would be afraid to get close to her when she was angry. After we grew up, we realized how hard it must have been for her. After returning to Houston, we could talk like sisters. I tell her everything.
姐妹一样，我什么事情都跟她说。
Her third daughter volunteers in our bookstore. We often tell Sister Zhen there is hope in the next generation. When she is upset, she comes here. She stresses out about her husband. When she feeds him, he does not move. When she asks him to move, he does it very slowly. I told her to be empathetic. I said, today, if you had this illness, how would you want him to treat you?
希望你的师兄怎么样对你？
啊，出面师姐讲你唔对，我讲是安怎哈？你爱看戏，啊，但是拿阮查某囝讲阮两个袂，你爱我，我爱你，我们讲不出来。他说你要看戏，王能山你好不？爱看灯，我看袂出来。一段说要关爱的眼光，那是谁的话啦？要用关爱上人吧？他说要用关爱的眼光，那我就说，你假使给他多一点的爱的关怀吼，可能他就不会这么自卑。后来那个眼光看眼光就不一样。你问他是不是这样？
那最近有变温柔吗？
我自己都感觉了，怎么他不感觉？当有一天能山说我不再是恰北北师，那我就是了。那真的是我这一生真的改变了呀。这是自己想要发愿成这样，而且希望有那么一天。以前大概是在早上走路的时候，就会想到要改，但是真的有改吗？要家人朋友认同才算是改。
When my mom first volunteered at Tzu Chi, my dad was a bit worried. He worried that if mom went to volunteer, she wouldn't pay attention to him. But later, he discovered that it was good for both of them. My mom's temper even became better. And every time she got angry, she would say, "Master says we cannot get mad." Then she would calm down.
他也成就我啊，他没有 complain 我出去，虽然我用骗的啦，我都说阿三妈，我今天来出去用，我做一半分呢，他也接受。好，你去做出去，有一半他得了这种病，虽然很辛苦，不应当去得，但是他得的这病是要改变我的脾气，我才会改下来啊。
Seeing her family's condition, she's still so devoted to Tzu Chi is not easy.
不简单哎，会笑我，哎呦，啊？啥？哦，谢谢我，不要客气了。 我爱嘞，这个人徛伫遮安尼甲说说嘞，你，我也爱你，对不对？
In her efforts as a volunteer, Wei Mei has found an important calling that has helped her find some peace as a caregiver. And Margaret, after having become a social worker with your experience with your mother, what does taking in someone mean for you?
The meaning of taking care of a loved one. I think it's the most important thing for the patient themselves if the caregiver is a loved one. I think that it's the best way that a patient can be cared for is at home with a caregiver. That's part of the family, someone who loves them. I think institutionalization is not necessarily the best answer, even though it becomes the only answer. Because I don't think that there's enough support in the community for caregivers. I think that the support seems to go to the institutions rather than at home, where, and I've seen that in my own life and in the lives of friends of mine who have tried to care for their loved ones. It's extremely difficult to get the equipment that you need, to get the help that you need, and so you place them, and I don't think that's the best answer. I think the best answer is to be with your loved ones.
Well, I'm sure your experience will help a lot of our viewers at home who are perhaps in the same situation, will be of some help for them. So thank you very much for joining us, Margaret.
Oh, you're welcome.
And join us next time as we go to Indiana. But for now, this concludes our focus on Houston. I'm Dilbar Shatterson, and I'll see you next time.